too much crap. Let me see, where am I? Let me see, I grab that. I don't really need all this stuff, but I can't not take it. So I'm going to fill up my personal inventory one more time. Then I'm going to spend time. I'll move to Sanctuary, and then sit around on Sanctuary, and then just adjust everything. I don't really. I mean, I never have enough. I never have enough ore, and I never have enough leather. You know, when dealing with, with inventory. Boy, I need to. Let's take a look here. So I came up through that route. I can go here. There's another camp. You can see it in my in the distance. I'll run to that next camp. I'll fix my personal inventory. Do some math. I've got sprint gear on my tune on Sanctuary, so I look forward to actually coming up with a way to run A to B, click go, and run out, and then see what is my significant difference. People just can keep from killing me, because I want to be able to be sprinting without nerfed in any way. We'll see. I don't know. I'm sure I can find someplace. It seems busy, but considering you don't get let me manage an inventory first. It's interesting, I'm starting to really spend some time mapping out the combinations. So I don't know if you've had a chance to go and take a look at. There are some great community documents right now on alloys, right? And so being able to understand what alloy, what metal goes with what metal, that helps us, right, long term. Right now, the leather does not, I don't know, not to be judgy, I don't feel we've gotten the same depth of love, right? Because right now, every ore and leather combination for a set of boots, the base set of boots, is the same. That I've discovered. I mean, and I've been spending, I don't know, hundreds, 1,000, maybe 1,000 pieces of hide, maybe. Yeah, I mean that's I think that's a fair assumption. That I've spent maybe close to 1,000 pieces of hide so far, just mapping out stuff. And again, I'm not harvesting it. I'm just looping through, stealing it from chests. So I do not have a concept. Oh, that's nice blues. I don't have a concept of how much stuff's going to take to actually gather. People have been talking about how long it's going to take to craft a set of nice boots. Well, first of all, I don't see people getting nice boots until a campaign is kind of settled in a little bit. You're just going to want a pair of boots. If the boots base stats actually give you any love, you're going to want to have something, the basics of something. Are you going to want to have a set of blue boots that someone could loot from you if the campaign is still a little No. Everyone's going to be, the first part of the campaign I expect is going to be pretty fluid. You're going to die. People are going to die. As things are established, lines are established, point of interests are established, guilds get back together, all that stuff, right? But then once you establish your teams and your areas and you're going to cover this and I'm cover that, I think it's going to become a little more stable. The more stable the environment, the more likely people are to spend on good gear. But here's my question. I'm a gatherer and a crafter. And I spend my time, I'm gathering all this stuff. And so, let's say Face Rip or Scree or whoever, they want a nice pair of blue boots. What do I charge for that? Because if you think about it, remember, I'm only going to take out what if my side wins a full set of embargo. So even if I'm gathering all this stuff from things that I craft, I still am not going to get full payment for things unless my team wins. So crafters, I love the concept of full-time crafting, but am I going to craft my side to victory by, without having to actually kill a few people? I don't see how that's going to happen. I mean, if the campaign's going to ebb and flow, sometimes, you may have to pick up a sword and go walk the wall, I would suspect. Because if you don't, even though you've kicked ass as a crafter and created all these amazing things, it doesn't mean bupkis, because you're not going to be able to export those, or at least not full export on it. So if I only get 30%, that means I only got 30% of the profit that so it's going to be really interesting. I haven't really figured it all out. The fact that I haven't figured it out doesn't worry me yet. Doesn't chase me off with the concept of being a crafter. It just realizes that I'm going to have to make sure that the guild that I fully tie myself to is in a position to understand winning and losing, and what can the crafter do to help facilitate those winnings and losings. I've got a lot of base materials. I'm keeping a lot of the base ore because I need I need to create pots so I can turn 2 ore into 1 pot, especially the crap ore. So I'm hungry now. So I've got so many freaking apples. Let's do another loop, and then I'll go start managing my spirit bank. Boy, I sure wish they would have put in some purple leather, right? They put in purple ore. No purple leather makes it difficult for me to understand the amount of experimentation and the amount of pips. Don't get me wrong, when I proc something with blue pips, I get an awful lot of experimentation that I can run, but it's just not the same. I can't tell what a great success on a purple item on AP. What does that lift? 30%? 40%? I mean, those are the numbers I'm really starting to. Well, not really yet. I will start to really pay attention for it. I'm gonna keep looking. There's 5 or 6 people on the server. My hope is they're all around the keep, right? There's a keep on the far side. I have myself blocked, so no one knows where I'm at. But I tell you, if you've been on the server more than twice, you know where all of the towns are. And I'm in the dense. I'm in a pretty dense town, but I'm not. I'm not near the keep, and I'm not near the canyons, and so, that changes. A lot of people are not where I'm at, let's say. Of course, it's not really dense right now. I mean, there's only here and here, and here. Great little pattern. Take those tents next. Trouble is, my spirit bank is so full right now, even though it's inefficiently full, that I don't want to waste the time to re-inventory right now. So I'm running around with way too much stuff on me. So if somebody finds me, I'm in trouble until I can run away. Seeing a lot more empty boxes, but lootable, but empty. If that makes sense. Get the purple out of full. Isn't that just a horrible thing to have? Let's go, yes, pull that in. I'm managing stuff. But see, I gotta figure out a way to find a quiet place and go manage all this stuff. I better find a better place to hide. Did I take those? Yeah, I took those. Take this one? No. You see here. Ugh, too much stuff. Let me sit over here real quick. Inventory. Drag a bunch of stuff together. Ugh. Just a friggin' ridiculous pinata waiting to get hit. I realize that. I do. Let me just get this one. I'm just too friggin' greedy. Somebody help me. I'm way too greedy. Let me loot this. Because it's got some blues in it. And then I'm going to find a nice quiet place and go hide. That's it. I'm going to go hide somewhere. Because I got to work the spirit bank. Because I got to empty my inventory into the spirit bank before I change. Because if I pull, then this inventory stays put. And so my spirit bank is full, even though it's completely ineffectively. So let me find a nice quiet place to actually. I'm going to get away from this town. Towns are conflict magnets. I mean, only worse I could do is start hammering on a node right now and bring everyone to me. I mean, there's only 5 or 6 people on the server at the moment. I think everyone's on Sorrow. And maybe I should craft some up and head to Sorrow. Maybe I will. You know, I've got some pretty good gear. I mean, I should probably craft up a new rapier for this tune. Get to a nice generic place where it's not easy to see where I'm at on the screen. Yeah, here's a nice place. So I'm gonna go 1, because you can see people in Ghost. They fly, you know, they pop in and out. So let me move this purple over, because that would make me sad if I lost it. So I need to go through and the problem is with 16, you know, it's easy to not be very efficient in your stacks over here, because, you know, I'm trying to get things out, so I'm not, you know, somebody's loot bag as they come running by, but that means I'm moving over 2s and 3s, which leaves a lot. I think if anyone, I know this is horrible, like anyone on Crowfall's dubs are watching my stream, could we slightly shift these two over a little bit more? I just don't think there's enough difference between Elkide and Orikide to make it visually an easy one to find, I guess. I would just, if I had a suggestion, that's something we should do. When I say we, I mean you, because I have absolutely no controls over the game. I think, what did I call myself? I am a unpaid remote intern, so but who has actually no access to the game in general. Let me stack a bunch of crap out of the way, and then I'm going to move over. As you can see, I'm just trying to get things down so I can. Let's go here. Just moving shit out of the way. Let me look at my food. I don't want to eat any apples because then I'll pop up above and then back down. So let's clear the spirit bank. This will be a rip-roaring time. If anyone pops into the channel, just please feel free to ask a question. I'm just going to pop out my purples here real quick. I don't have a lot. I feel like somebody's been getting a little stingy. bring it over, even though the chance of me finding it too. Splitting stacks, there's a way to split stacks. I just don't have a very good time splitting stacks. They're just not, it's not very intuitive. So I'm leaving, why did I bring over this 16? Because I'm an idiot. Because I'm wasting time. I feel like I'm wasting time at the moment. But I want to get all my stuff together so I can really get to work on this really nice rapier. If I have enough blue and I tinge it with just a smidgen of purple, there's a chance to make a purple. My problem is I don't have enough purple iron. Of course, you're going to want a attack power. Let's see, I don't have one. Do I need 2 tens? No. 15. Here's some sevens. Okay. Let's keep an eye open. Now, on the horizon, as a hamster, what do we look for? When people are mining or chopping or interacting with the nodes, besides hearing it, which you can sometimes hear at a distance, you'll see a kind of a ring, an action ring. Think of it as dust from hammering on stone, or dust from the hammering on an ore, or it's a little big of a ring for trees. I made its equivalent sound. Is the combine feature in yet? Combine feature. Hit me. What do you mean, ID metrics? ID metrics. Combine as in making ore and stuff like that, or as in combine as in combining this stuff. Yeah, there's, as of right now, it's not. Combining ore, absolutely. Here, let me, I'll show you. Watch this. I really like it. There's truly the, in like stacks. So, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, so your concept for weapon components, armor components, is male for some reason. It's goofy. So for me to create a bar, so let's say I was going to create a pistol, right? I got to create a pistol barrel. It takes 2 bars. To create a bar, it takes 3 ore and this optional piece. So if I'm going to create a, let's say, I know the stats, but I'm just going to throw one together. Oh, please, yeah, rephrase. I was going to say alloy's been out for a long time. Is in the combination of 2 different quality metals of the same type in. No, if I'm guessing you right. So let's say I needed 3 ore here and I had 2 purple iron and 1 blue iron. Absolutely not. The format still is I need 3 base ore of the same format. So I could do white iron with blue iron and go green iron. Yes. So I could put 3 different formats of the same ore, or even different ore. I could go, gold. The problem being is it's a base 3 ore. So the challenge being is if I have 2 purple iron ore and 5 purple gold, it won't work to fit because I need 3 gold and 3 of the same type. So similar to galaxies is that here's white level ore, there's another version of it, then here's a version, there's a green version, there's a purple version, legendary eventually. So there are tiers of quality matrix, but you can't get as granular as we can in the past. Now, one thing we will eventually be able to do is blueprints, which I do like. So once I get the perfect bar, let's say I want, rose gold is. Here, 1 second, hold the phone, because I have Google Docs, Sheets. Go to Google Sheets, and, sorry, 1 second. And where's my rose gold? So, gold, copper. But if I go gold, iron, okay, that's a good example. They had a feature in Galaxies where you could set 2 unique quality resources of the same type to make a stack of average stats. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can do in the crafting piece. So the example bit is if I go gold, silver, I've created a bar with combat resource regen, you know? Well, so let me say if you have 10 iron of quality 1 and 10 iron of quality 10, you'll end up with 20 hours. No, that's different. What you would do is the alloy competition. If I went in here, everything's in a base. Everything's in a base 3. So to do this, I would if I had 9 ore of iron 1 and 9 ore of iron 5, I could try to create 2 bars with 2, 1, and a 5 in it, and that could output a bar. Or I could do 1 bar of iron 5 and 1 bar of iron 2, and when I put that together for the barrel, then I could adjust it with my skill sets. But yeah, the blending that you're talking about is going to have to happen based on turning it into a metal bar, and as I refine it through the processes, I can shift stats up or down based on a couple of different things. But no, I wish. I'd love that, because the more, if I got a whole stack of garbage gold and a little bit of amazing purple level gold, I could end up with a nice stack of green gold, which would probably be green level gold, which would probably be very useful for the stuff I'm making. So here, let me go here. Here's a 15. Is it Control Shift? Anyone know what it is to split a stack? No. Shift? No. Blix mentioned a feature like it 2 years ago, but I haven't been able to test to check new crafting changes. I have not seen the ability for me to do what you're saying, where I would have 10 ore of A and 10 ore of B, and then I'll end up with 20 ore of X. All I've been able to see is when I'm doing my refining to create a metal bar, I could take, again, 6 of blue of a higher level, and I have 3 blue of a low level. When I hit combine, I don't want to use that because that's good stuff. So let me crap it up and go. Yeah, here we go. So here's the concept. So here I have 3 of the base level 10, I have 3 of the next level 10, and I have 3 of the next level 10. So when I combine this bar, it comes up to a specific quality of a bar. And I go next, and based on the type of materials I put into it, it allows me to raise its grade and durability. Now, the more high grade ore that I put in, the more grade and durability I can adjust. So you do have the ability to take lower grade ore and mix it with higher grade ore to get a better generic outcome. I just not seen what you've discussed there. So there's no currently stats on that, but you can see where. Yeah, I really look forward to getting some sort of. I really look forward to getting some sort of AMA with people like yourself. I've ran across some other good crafters. Scree's pretty amazing. Sylvan's amazing. Iron Mike's amazing. Of course, Tennis, amazing. I really do feel like, given the right environment, we could ask good questions. Um, you know, we can. I feel like we can ask a lot of really good questions and get some good information. But so you haven't got a chance to get on at all. I feel bad. I mean, it's actually. I feel like the game's moving around pretty well. There are plenty of people that are not as happy with where the game is. I seem to be doing great with it. I need to move some of this crap back in. So just when it was released, yeah. Oh, there we go. Damn it! I could have went that direction. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I've been pretty heavy into it since Big was released. I feel like, oh, you don't have internet at the moment? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I would suspect. I would suspect that's pretty painful. I mean, that's not messing around here. You're, you know. Yeah, I've been pretty fortunate. I'm in the West. I'm in West Coast time. Everyone's really been focused pretty heavily right now on a lot more East Coast people have been playing, which in the with mobile Twitch, yeah. I do that when I'm in the airport. I find when I'm in the airports, trying to get regular television to come in on my cell phone is just stupid, right? I just can't tolerate it. But some of the streamers are streaming pretty interesting things, and I am able to watch stuff on the game. But I mean, there are a lot of people here. Let me go to the lobby real quick. We've been seeing a lot of great conflict on Sanctuary, even though it's PvE. It's only PvE that you can't loot the other person, right? So lots of good people fighting on Sanctuary, trying to learn their characters without having the risk of someone looting their body. And then Sorrow usually gets, that's good numbers on Sorrow. In fact, a lot of the Europeans pop over to Sorrow, and groups of them are running around in 5-man and 6-man groups, just raffle stomping people. So there's only 8 people on Misery right now. I'll get all my shit together, and then eventually I'll get moved over to Sanctuary to sit back tonight and craft for a couple hours. I really want to try to create the best possible rapier I can, and make sure there's no one around me. Oh God, you guys are. Yeah, there's a couple guilds that are moving like well-oiled machines. There's some people on the forums that are crying about it. I don't care. I got killed on that first 3 or 4 days, my first time in Big World. I mean, I was just slapped around like crazy. It just took a while for me to get myself around. Now I have not been physically killed since halfway through the last Big World. No, halfway through 2 Big Worlds ago. Have not been killed in the one before this, and I've still not been killed in this one. I'm just, I'm combat leery at the moment because I want to spend time testing and my crafting, and if I'm dying and people are looting my body, I'm not getting a lot of testing done. And there's absolutely nothing that keeps the duelist from avoiding conflict. Hey Chief, how was OrcCon? I was so jealous that you were at OrcaCon. Yeah, I'm not even doing any crafting yet. Now I'm doing a Chief Sarkon, let me fix my inventory first type of thing so I know exactly how much of everything I have. So I'm just I'm regrouping, because you have very limited, I don't have, I haven't spent tons of money on, I guess there's a way to buy more space, or maybe dual accounts but, I'm just, do you have any solo gold pieces? I don't have any solo gold, so it's not worth bringing it out. So Chief, only got to play it for 2 days. Yeah, I know. If you lose your internet based on timing, that is painful. I mean, and I only say that because as another person who spends an awful lot of time reading and planning and seeing what other people are doing, it's got to be painful. So Chief, did you get a chance to go back in and do some stuff on Sanctuary so it wasn't as annoying, or I wasn't sure if you got a chance to get back in and give it a try. My God. Sucks that I can't get high-end copper. After this, I go check. I mean, even if somebody eluded me full body right now, it would be painful, but wouldn't be the end of the world. Haven't done much. Well, I know you've got actually a couple of things that you're looking for. God dang it, I don't want to jump up. I think high-end copper exists. I think blue copper exists. I would suspect. It's just that since it's not in the boxes, so no purple leather, no copper ore, no wood at all, and no food except for apples that are limited in the chests. That's where I'm getting my stuff from. I'm spending my time trying to maximize my looting. Let's see here. That's 4. And what's horrible, but I'm trying to maximize. I want stacks of 16. That 12, 15, 16, 8, 16. Boom. Playing the game isn't that important for me as long as I have access to the info and streams. It's not. It's all. You're right. It's all going to change. For me, I'm like Chief. I'm a person who wants to understand the math. So regardless of how the systems change long term, if I know the math, once I figure out what the changes were, it's all good again, right? So like I don't know how much I spent on leather, redoing the alloy compositions of leather. So trying to understand what, if I move 2 bear and an elk, what does that give me? Now, I don't see them changing, I see them changing the stats of things. I do see them changing, well, AP is going to be 0.04 instead of 0.03. Absolutely. I don't see them changing the combinations of things. So for me to understand the alloy concept, for me that's good. Why did I move that blue over? I swear to God, I'm just inherently. So let me go eat some food. percentage of apples. Combinations change, or you do duplication bugs. Well, combinations of certain things, right, but I would suspect that 3 pieces of iron will give me attack power. The percentage of attack power probably won't be the same. And they don't all have stats in, but they all have, the ones that don't have stats, for me, as long as I understand what's going to be support power, what's going to be attack power, I just don't see them drastically changing. These 3 combinations give you a support power, and these 3 combinations of leather give me attack power. To be honest, that's a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot more work than changing balance and changing 0.4 to 0.45. Going back in at 1 layer and changing bear, elk goes from this to this. They have to do that for every possible combination. They'd have to go back in for stitched leather, for hardened leather, for any of the combinations. So I don't know. I don't see them changing the combos. I see them changing the relevance of the math and maybe the amount of each of the numbers coming through. It's just that, God, it'd be a lot of work to go all the way back to change it. So I'm gonna bring in some. Let me just bring in all my leathers. Yeah, not all the stats are in for wood either, and so, the base wood pieces are in, but I don't know if, Chief, I don't know if you saw this, they've changed it now so when you craft your axes and pickaxes and hammers, you'll be able to add stats to those hammers to give secondary output. So let's say I'm going to be mining. But I want mining, and I want to increase my chance at a critical outcome so I can get a more dust or more green ore or more purple ore. Instead of just having a generic hammer or a generic pickaxe, they're going to have the crafters actually go through and make adjustments, which I think is great. Because that means people like us are going to kick out a bunch of crappy stuff to start with. We're going to fill the guild bank with generic hammers and picks, and then I'm going to say, anyone want a better pick? Well, I'm going to throw this stat on there, and you better damn well give me all my, give me all this crap. If you, oh, secret mixtures. So that's interesting. So I'm like you, Matrix. I would love to see that. I would love to see that only happen, and when I say only happen, I'd love to see that only happen if it's tied to the point of interests or conflict areas on the server. So all the wood and leather and stuff, it's all defined. The ores are defined. But what if, I always never pronounce you guys' guild right, but Sujio, what if Sujio takes over a lumber mill, right? You guys have established dominance over this lumber mill. And over a long period of time, one of the benefits of the lumber mill is a spawning of a much better piece of something, right? A purple oak tree grows there if it's owned by the same people faction for a period of time. Or maybe some sort of resource we don't know that's non-common. I'd like that because I want to make sure that there are reasons for people to be fighting over the stuff on the server. So Sugoi, nice. So you're only going to play for a couple of days. How was your guys' pings to the servers that they have up? I've heard a couple people say that, if you're not in Europe, some of the pings are more difficult. I know one of the people that I interact with a little bit is actually from Korea. He said he was actually getting pretty good interactivity, so I don't know if it's hit or miss or not. Let me see here. I've got way too much. Let me see if I can't start. It's a wasteful drag. So milk, milk. It does. I mean, I had a couple of crashes today, but I mean, it's hard to say the reasons behind that. To be honest, I don't. Milk, milk, milk. Just after the patch. So milk hide, archide, 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 milk. Is that milk? Milk. It's like a big game of Jenga. Because I want to be able to maximize my inventory space. And it's stacks of 16. Milk. Yeah, hey, you bet. Like I said, I'll be back to crafting after 6. I just want to build, just need to empty up my inventory. Thanks for popping by, Matrix. Just need to get all my leather, because I mean, I've got room. If I can shove everything in, I should be able to double up my inventory space, and that means I can pop back out and steal a few more boxes before the server gets too busy. If the server gets too busy, it's just too much conflict around the loot boxes, and it's just not worth it for me to die. I'm too busy. I'm too busy to die, I guess is what I'm saying. Okay. All in here. So anything that's 16, yes, yes, yes. Milk, milk, let's see, it's 14. That's quite a bit of latency. What am I showing? Well, I mean, I'm still getting 60 frames. I mean, okay. Go. That, freeze that up. Freeze that up. Just need to go to that one. Arc, milk, milk, arc. Yes. Best part about working Sunday is there's no one to interrupt Twitch. Hey, how's it going? Have you got a chance, Apollyon? Have you got a chance at all to kind of kick the tires around at all? This is just going to be boring right now. I'm just fixing my inventory so I can do some streaming, actual crafting tonight. I just need more space because I ran out of space in my box and it was kind of starting to annoy me. So there is 13. I'll take it. Mark. That's 14. I'll take it. Mark. So 9. Elk. Mark. Okay, almost cleaned up. No, no, no. So what do I got here? I got elk, orc, elk, elk, 16. A bit. I was only able to play Friday and Saturday. Cocaine is hard to get. Well, what were your thoughts? I'll be honest with you. Did you get to do any much crafting, or were you just mainly just the first 2 days kind of just equipping and doing more combat? Wow, there's an awful lot of. Okay. Thank God. Look at all that space. So when I started the stream, and you guys, gathering craft is my main interest. I love crafting. Me too. Of course, I'm not actually gathering right now. I'm more looting boxes, just so I can get some higher end materials. But I do enjoy so much, you know, the digging. You know, as a duelist, if they ain't looking for you, they ain't finding you. As long as you're smart about staying where there's deeper flowers and trees and move yourself carefully, is has a much higher. Now, I won't say survivability, because once, if somebody starts a combat with you, there are certain creatures that live much better than me. But I spend my time not getting in conflict, so I have more time to gather resources and avoid. There we go. Lots of blues. Okay. So what I do is I hit a ridge. Oh, see how there's a druid right there? Did you guys see the druid? Here, let's watch. Let's watch their pattern. Okay, so if they're going to that way, then let's go all the way over here. There's a whole other camp. Oops, I just avoided. Like being near the castle, what I need downtime, duck into the wall and say goodbye. It really is. I mean, if I can get some people. Okay, there we go here. So let's go clear all the way up to the other 6. The other 4. There's a 4 spot straight up ahead. You see it? Most people will sit there and they'll loop the town. And I can't really bitch too much because I've been doing it, pulling my resources too. But I just would have figured I'm not going to actually start doing some serious crafting until 6. So what combat characters have you played at all? Apollyon, did you anything good or bad? I tell you, I ran across Legionnaire. Couldn't, you know. I started trying to do damage to him, and I couldn't do anything to him. I was able to eventually lose him in the trees and line of sight, because other people were around, and if you spend too much time looking for duelists, somebody else is going to come here and kick your ass. Not me, but you can't spend too much time looking after one character. Just so, but I just didn't seem to have the burst damage. Maybe once I'm equipped, I will. Because you never know when someone else is going to start a circle and run right over the top of my sparkling mound here. See, if you look at me right here, so let's look at the profile. You don't see any dirt or anything popping up. Forge Master. See, yeah, I have no idea what that means. I'm already interested in it like you are. But I don't know what to think about it yet, so we'll wait. Arc Elk. Sadly, there are some really nice combos of materials to give support power, and I don't really have anything that does support power. You know, the Ganetian has no, he's not a support power character, that's for damn sure. So, a lot of my materials right now don't really do me any good. Elk. And P. Now that I've seen another character, I'll be more careful. Oh, see, there we go. There's someone on the horizon. There's someone over here digging. I saw someone run by straight out in front of me. I wonder if they're digging some dirt or picking up some granite. Yeah, there's the druid. Who is it? They logged out. I probably could have attacked them right when they logged out. I probably got away with it. But it's faster to just gather than fight and gather. So I'll need to go find a cycle location. So I'm going to head over to the wood mill. The lumber mill. And then I'll do another loop before I move to Sanctuary Craft. A lot of people stay only in that main city as a cycle area. And don't get me wrong, it's really fast to fill your boxes. I prefer to have a larger, slower loop, even though it takes me longer to go through all the boxes. By coming in and out of the town at different angles and different locations, I'm able to see if somebody else is actually gathering at the same time. And so, again, there's no upside for me right now as I'm gathering for crafting to get into a lot of combat. I mean, I can. And my sense of combat is to fight until I can drag them to a mob or another player. And then once that happens, then I use my C key to get the hell out of Dodge. So I don't know if you, Chief, I don't know if you've seen this, or if you're still online. You head into the graveyards, you're looking for fresh a shovel. I'm only crafting numbers on alloys right now, Apollyon. I'm not actually crafting on the numbers, right? And anytime they can shift 0.4 to 0.6, what I'm looking for, what is my alloy combinations? If I go bare copper versus bare gold, what is my base outcome? Because it's so complicated to change that once the game is done, right? They may change the value of 0.04 for attack power versus 0.06 for attack power, but it just seems unlikely they would go back and go, no, not bare copper, bare silver. So I've been spending my time going through and just understanding in a very large amount of Google Docs what are all my possible alloy combinations. This hasn't reset yet. These haven't reset, then let's go get some cat leather. So things that are not in the boxes right now, you can't get copper from the boxes. You can't get cat leather of any quality from the boxes. You can't get wood of any quality from the boxes. You can't get purple leather of any format in the boxes. So if I'm going to go get ore, let's say, again, this is just in my nature, I go clear to the far end of the map. I mean, because when I mine, you know, it creates that, it encourages conflict, because you can see a long way away and hear a long way when someone is mining. So I have a couple places on the big world map where I can go and mine. Hello there. So, that's a cat. Hellcat, of course. Let's make some pots. These are not how pots are going to be. So that way when I kill the cat, I can make sure I get plenty of material. So I should be able to kill this cat, harvest it, and make it to the next node, harvest that node, and then hopefully have enough. Wait. Critical harvest. And I want beneficial harvest also. So I want all 4 of these. And I'm not going to use it until I kill that. And that cat looks, yeah, it looks trapped, which is good for me. So for the duelist, if you've never seen the duelist battle, not that I'm much of a battler, the 3 for me is to, oops, I didn't apply it to him. I want to wait. So the 3 actually gives it a debuff, which increases my damage on it, which is nice. Then I'm going to use number 2, which is ridiculous. I jump out of the ground and, you know, oh, it's not allowing me to apply my buff. So let's see if I can get my damage. It does. Oh, shoot. Of course, I don't have decent weapon or any armor. I mean, I have basic armor on this guy, but not the good stuff on him. Oops. Inventory. Here I was going to harvest without all my crap. So here we go. One thing I'm not happy about is that the stuff despawns very quickly. So you need to jump in on it. It's nice to get enough. Because I'd like to really start experimenting with cat litter. So now that I'm, where am I? Need to get out to the edge of the map. Right, there's some copper over here, and then there's some. Way too much tin. Where are the cats at? There it is. So we've got 8 minutes to harvest some cats. Just want enough. There's some stealth I'd like to start testing. I need to accumulate enough. Now, hopefully they won't do a wipe after this weekend. Hopefully they'll give us a full another weekend. I know Todd and the team may wipe us only because the fact is the inventory challenges have been so painful for the community. And it sounds like they've redone the inventory. My sources say it's kind of more of a pop-up layover type of thing. Wait a minute. Those aren't cats. God bless America. Never mind, I'll go grab this box and go back. There were zombies, not cats. I was hoping those would be cats. Problem with zombies, once they're on you, they're on you. They start trying to find you. This freaks me out a little bit because if I can't. Yeah, so that means someone's been in this area, right? So here's the start of my loop. Looped all the way around. That means someone's been in the area within the last 10 minutes. Chest timers are about 10 minutes. I am right behind somebody. Let's go check this. I'm too far behind someone. I mean, I've got enough mats. I guess I could just pop over the sanctuary and start crafting. I said I would craft those 6, so I was hoping to craft a little bit more. Maybe I should go up to the canyon and show you guys actual real nodes and stuff. Maybe I can do that. Seems pretty mundane to actually go get real materials after this easy mode of gathering is. That's what we need. Lots of blue ore. Well, blue, any of the blue leathers work now with gold to create your base base boots, base gloves, or whatever. The challenge being is there's no way that that's sustainable, right? There's no way that I hope that 25 boar and X10 is going to be the same thing as 25 elk and X silver, right? Right now. That's where I need more purple stuff because I need to eventually create some guns. And I'd like to create take it back. I need to create a rapier. So I need to create a couple of. Well, I think I have enough. I got 9 gold. Well, God, that's not enough to create a board. It takes an awful lot of bars of material right now to create a rapier, and it's pretty tough on the inventory. I'll be honest with you. A stack of ore is 16, right? But a single bar, which is 9 ore, takes up 2 spots. So a single There's that damn druid again. God damn it. So she's this way. Luckily, the druid's not really a powerhouse of DPS. Wait. Is it only one druid, or is there two druids? Oh, they're using the bounce. That's why. Wait. Is that druid going to that same spot? So remember where that druid logged out that last time? Are they testing a bot? No, I guess not. Where did she go? She better not have done it to this one. I mean, if I did nothing but run between the two camps, that would be 8. That would be 8 chests back and forth. You know, I could fill it pretty good. But, you know, it's an emotional drain to make it loops and have other people in your area. Is what I'm saying. Just, you know, I want my stuff so I can do my crafting at 6. Doesn't look like she's making that big of a loop. She's just staying in town, so I can probably stay. Yeah, so I can probably stay camp to camp and throw in the lumber mill. It just hurts when it's all whites. Because it's interesting right now. I mean, I've had 2 blue items and a green item proc down to green, even though it doesn't seem like it's like, hey, well, how the hell did that happen? I mean, so there is some sort of math going on, some statistics going on that, you know, better material gives you better outcomes, but it's not always so. The moment that you put in a range of materials, I had one person who was face rip was saying that he put in like blue items and actually got a white item back, and I'm like, oh, that would make James or Anhrez sad. That would make me very sad. If somehow your failure rate of putting together your initial items can drop the quality off the table. The reason why is, again, 9 blue ore combined as the same attack power as 9 white ore. They both get a bar, and it's 0.4% or whatever, 0.4 AP. The problem is that blue items, a blue outcome, gives you far more in the experience to experiment with. You can actually screw around with quality, grade, durability. You know, blue items give you that range of play. White items give you very few. I think you get 4 pips, right? So you can spend 4 pips, where I think you get like 8 pips if it's a blue item. And so you can really start pushing the envelope. And the more you spend in response to a critical success, you can have a huge outcome. Now, people are going to talk about RNG, and I'm going to agree that, you know, there's a significant amount of RNG there right now. But we don't know what the individual skills are going to do for us to allow us to mitigate RNG. Right? If I spend my skills, my training, my passive training, to become a better crafter, to better manage my experimentation and manage my risks, yeah, it's going to be RNG for the basic crafter who's trying to rub 2 stones together to make an axe, where me, on the other hand, I don't have the same risk that they do, because I spent the time and effort in passive training where they're becoming a better better combat player, I've decided to become a better crafter. And so that's all I'm looking for, is the ability for me to prioritize crafting over combat and actually see a return on that. If somebody kills me in game, they're just going to get... Right now, people are only looting really good stuff. I mean, what's the point if... There's not much point right now to loot crap. Let's make one more loop, see if I can sneak in ahead of the druid and get 4 or 5 boxes before I log off and into Sanctuary. I have no idea how many people are on the server right now. As you can see, I'm in ghost form, which means I'm actually underground, but I'm actually visible to people up. So I get, in this, it's a mistake, it's a bug, but right now people can kind of see me, though I cut in and out. I was actually chasing a duelist in this format before. All of my underground bar options are available. So this is the jump through the wall thing. It's just that I'm above ground. So make sure that none of these are active. I'm going to run and see if I can't cut in to their chests here. So if they ran that direction, that means these would be on an earlier cycle. I should screw with them and just take everything but the apple. So maybe I'll do that since it's my last loop. If these chests are active. They're not. That's a confessor, people. You get good at learning profiles. Their run style, not caring. Yeah, see what I mean? Let's head this direction. Confessors are people that can run down duelists. Confessors can run down anybody right now. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, everything will be eventually nerfed and patched, but see if there's anything. Here we go. Let's screw with the confessor a little bit. So if I leave the apple in there, it doesn't respawn. It's kind of my dickish move right now. But, you know, why should the confessor have everything easy? There was a druid taking all my boxes just a couple minutes ago. So let's pop up to that. See the camp? We're going to stay on the outside of the rocks here. Very difficult for us to see. Even if I wasn't fully ghostified, I'd be difficult to see. We'll go grab these things. We'll move them into the box. Then I'll pop back out to the lobby. We'll make some snide comments about where everyone's hanging out. And then we're going to head to Sanctuary. I'm going to pull in a bunch of materials. And I'm going to craft me a brand new rapier. Start to finish. Hopefully we can avoid any inventory challenges. And then I have a bunch of sprint gear on this other character, and so I've got a couple hours tonight. So So I'm going to try to figure out a quiet place on Sanctuary, and let's do some wind sprints, maybe. Maybe that'll be fun. Let's do some wind sprints and see if we can figure out, what's the difference. We'll take off all of the gear. Oh, damn it. Confessor's been this area. Or somebody else. No, sir, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Keep an eye open. I'm walking around like a big piñata at the moment. I guess it could have been my 10 minutes, but I just feel like looping all the way out then, my timing on speed is usually pretty good on 10 minutes. So let's find a nice quiet place to stay all the way underground. Inventory, and let's clear out one last time here and hit things in the Spirit Bank. We like Blue Bear. Blue Bear gives us attack power on hardened leather, which is something you can use to add on to basic leathers to bring in extra stats. So if I were going to make a set of AP boots or something, they would be great because, on the other hand, I got tons of gold. I don't really need tons of purple gold, right? So I've got 12 purple gold, 12, 10, not enough of the other stuff. Speaking of that, let's go back out, exit, escape, exit to lobby. We're going to pop over to craft. Go take a look at the, you guys can't see that, but I have a, well, 7, yeah. See, like at 35 in Sara right now, it just makes me want to pop over to Sanctuary and get some gear and pop back in. But maybe once we craft a rapier, maybe we'll go. So, I'm a creature of math. So, we want gold, gold, copper. So, we need gold, gold, copper brings critical hit. We know that iron, iron, iron brings attack power. I don't have enough copper to go copper, copper, copper. And 10, 10 iron. 10, 10 iron brings damage piercing, which is, I think, good for rapiers. So let's craft. Now, I'm up in the mountains on Sanctuary, since I don't really need anything from anybody else. Let me pop over here. Share Twitch. Hello! I'm up here in the hillsides. It's kind of this saddle, so you have to kind of walk some ridges and stuff to get here. It's not like you can come here and steal my stuff anyway. You could kill me all you want, but it's not going to make one bit of difference long term because you can't take my stuff. So Archide, Elkhide, Archide, Elkhide. So let me clear this bank. I don't need any of this stuff at the moment. Let's leave blue ore here, and let's leave a small amount. So auric, elk, blue tin. Let's get rid of that. It's a piece of shit. We don't need that anymore. I do need lacing sinew probably. some of this stuff out of my way. It's pretty crappy copper. See how it's gray? I want at least white copper. I don't even have white copper, so I'm being challenged here. Let's clear some crap out of my way. I did all that hard work to clean up my inventory. So let's actually crap up my inventory again. See how that's crappy copper? No, I'll do that down here. Stuff. Yeah, let's move that down here. So just moving some things around. Need any stealth. Okay. So I'm gonna need all my purple ore, that's for sure. Because I'm gonna try to find ways to bring in purple as I can. Quite a bit of gold, so hopefully I'll be able to use some critical hit bars. That would be nice. So I need all the blue iron I can get. So I'm going to do AP like mad. I have quite a bit of what copper do I have? Do I have any decent copper at all? Man, I can see 2 green copper. Better copper. Should have spent some time mining copper, people. I don't have any. Let's get a piece of ore leather over. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 boar. So let me take a look here. In a rapier, copper. I got just crappy copper, but I move crappy copper with purple gold. Maybe that's something nice will happen. So we are going to create a rapier. See, if you take a look at my character right now, I've got a very nice, awesome, Anhrez's awesome pew pew pistol. I've got blue, 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 crap. It's a piece of crap. But it is piercing, right? So iron, 10 iron would be nice, and I do have enough tin to put together some piercing focused bars. So let's get to the craft. Blacksmithing, weapons, rapier, hilt and weapon blade thin, right? So again, this is a journey to create this. So weapon bar thin takes 2 metal bars. So I need thin blade, 2 bars, and then I need hilt, which is where it's going to get really complicated. So I need a grip, crossguard, and pommel, right? So the grip is made out of leather. So grip, weapon hilt. There it is, weapon grip. So plank or leather. I'm working on a workbook that allows me to enter an item name and desired stats, get the materials list. Do you do something similar? I don't. I usually just live in Google Docs. I would love that, Polygon. I would. I would like to see something like that exposed to the web to allow people who are out of game to be able to do some research and determine what they want. So I need a grip. I need leather. And I think I need stitch leather, if I remember right. Plank or leather. Ooh, wait, which plank is, 1 second, what wood is AP? Wood. Crit hit chance is oak or spruce. P. I mean, it's not, considering I've got all this awesome leather, it's not inherently um, boy, yeah, I can do a nice piece of spruce. Um, Leatherworking, I need to be able to create stitched leather with 3 hides. So if I went Spirit Bank, where's my bear? There's the bear. Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm kind of just mapping things out. And so back up here, I need to do a pommel, which is a single metal bar, and then cross guard, which is 1 bar. Bar. So I need 4 bars, and a grip, right? And so my choices on bars right now, first things first, before I do anything, I need to create some pots. No fails. So, Apollyon, other people in the stream, hi, how's it going? The challenge I have now is, I'm going to assume attack power is what I want, because attack power in this hand helps the damage in this hand. And attack power over here helps the damage on this hand. If I only do piercing damage, one of my things is crushing, one of my things is piercing, then I only get to 1 bop at that stat. Does that make sense? So I'm trying to find things generically that raise stats up for both items, since I use 2 different weapons. It's not like I'm the cowman and I get to use an axe, and so whatever, slashing or whatever is good is automatically good on the other. So, yeah, so let's pop down here, leatherworking components, stitch, let's go, bam, attack power, next. So see, the difference is a blue item, if it was white, I'd only get two possible bops on the grade, 2 possible pips. So grade or sheen allows me to try to impact the value of the things there. So I had a moderate success. It's going to pop it up a little bit. Okay. Next. Make item. So I have a weapon grip. So I need I need a total of 4 more bars, right? And so I do have some gold here that I can use to create, but it's like, do I use blue items and create just all attack power, or do I try to throw in a little purple and make something happen? I'm going to go all attack power, because I just feel like long-term attack power is going to be where money's at. So now that I've got my pots running, I'm going to do some blacksmithing. I'm going to do weapon components. I'm just going to create metal bars here. I'm going to go boom, boom, boom. Hope for the best. Attack power bar, it's blue. I'll take it. The high grade durability. We're going to, oh, there we go. We like that. Now, this other gold and stuff like that, this stuff works great for support power. There's some really nice stamina regen, comfort resource regen. I can make a support power bar, which would be awesome if I'm doing healing. So it is kind of painful to see all this good purple stuff not, go to waste, let's say. But, I mean, I'm just looking for damage right now. I'm looking for the opportunity to maximize my jump out of the ground, boop, 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 and then hit my oh crap button and run away. Okay. Just a regular success, you know, nothing too special. So I need a total of 4 bars and my grip. Okay. So I got my pot still running. Just a success again. God, would it kill me? Would it kill someone to give me an amazing success? I guess it would. Hello in the stream. Anyone in there got any questions? I mean, you guys are probably all doing the same thing I am. I am right now, just for your guys' thing, instead of using the take button or dragging it, I'm right-clicking on the item up above. I don't know if that long-term is going to solve the bug for the take bug. I've had a little better statistics on it right now as of recently. So we need to go weapon braid thin. Boom, boom, combine. Success, look at that attack power. Now I get another shot at it, right? So here's my challenge. If I do Sheen, I'm going to raise the attack power. If I do min damage and max damage, I do great damage for this weapon, but that doesn't help my weapon in my other hand. If I do attack power, I believe that's attack power for me as a player, so attack power on my sword would help attack power on my pistol. I'm making that assumption. I don't know if that's true. And then I'm just wasting my pips here. Look at that great success. Look at that, 45%. It's risky. Risky, I tell you. It's very risky. Currently, it's very risky. Okay, so I've got my thin blade at the top. I need a pommel and a cross piece. So here's my grip. I can drop. That's kind of a... Okay, attack power and support power. I don't know where the support power came from. It's all bear, right? So Apollyon, this is some of the goofiness that we see. Where did the support power come from? I used 3 pieces of bear. All stats show it comes with attack power. The base material had attack power. By converting it into a weapon grip, I'm pulling in support power, and I don't know where it came from. I'm going all Sheen, and then pop and grade a little bit. More attack power. Yeah, it's just amazing where the support power come from. If I had, if I'd mixed bear, elk, or something goofy, right, you'd think maybe there'd be a secondary statistic. But so far, when you bring all 3 of one material, whether it's an ore or a leather or a wood, you usually get a single stat. Okay. So there's my grip. So I need to do pommel. Well, hello, Eaton. Well, see, here we go. Another one. Interesting. So I brought over a bar of just attack power, right? Just attack power. I dropped this in, and I'm happy with weapon efficiency. That is a great stat, but where in the hell did that come from? I am training skills myself. Maybe they're coming from my character. We like attack power. So Eaton, have you got a chance to play it all? Have you are you in the big scary? Are you in the big world? It could be a built-in stats to the piece, so we don't know a lot about the pieces yet. I don't know if it's based on the piece, or I don't know if it's my skills. No whammies. Cross guard. So here we go. Straight AP. Apollyon, Eaton, you guys are right there with me. I have no clue. I mean, I do have a clue, but I mean, I've created a whole bunch of these things. But I'm changing my scats, and so I think a weapon efficiency could be brought in. Can I link? Yeah, I mean, I've got that. I mean, I've got, here, 1 second. My thing is, the problem is that I brought in all iron to get only attack power. So the creation of the cross guard actually added the efficiency. There was nothing in the base iron that brought efficiency. Next. Good success. God, this thing is going to be AP as long as it doesn't blow up on the final craft. And as a bonus for watching my... Here is the hardened leather stats that I've had so far. But this is just for you guys. I'm making a rapier. Okay. Still have good stats out here. What I got? 10 minutes left on my stuff. So I need to make a weapon hilt. No whammies. I haven't seen anyone do the leather one. I put that one together myself. The iron, the alloy one is actually from the Crowfall Discord chat group. There's a couple people that have been chipping in on that one. That is only hard leather, which is used in the component pieces to lift your base leather items. But so far, so good. I mean, I'm going to continue to push it. Good success. Next. Wow. So, I mean, I'll take a look. We'll look at my AP. My attack power is actually pretty crazy right now on this character that I've got in Sanctuary, because I've been crafting. I craft all blue gear and a new pistol for him. Plus 3.7 on attack power. I'll be able to push that over. See, and again, I'm not doing max min and damage very much, only because the fact is yeah, I can show my spirit bank here in a sec. Let me run my experiment. It's good. Make item. So that's what I've got right now. I mean, I've been pulling. I got all this purple ore, but the combos I didn't like. There were some, I could have done some critical hit, but I just feel like general attack power is just something I want to... Oh, I've been stockpiling, man. Come on, no whammies. Yeah, I mean, they just wiped, right? Yeah, I would. And Eden, keep track of any AMAs. Ask us anythings. Also check the forums. Blair Blickstev, the lead dev, has been great about sharing some input and some idea. Look at that. So let's go take a look here at the. So right now my attack power is 267.9839. Isn't that crazy? Crazy, right? So as of now, I've got attack power. I don't have attack power on my cap. I have a damage modifier. I don't know what the hell that is. Damage modifier, attack power, attack power, attack power, attack power. I got a lot of sprint efficiency. Oh. So I didn't get to name it. I do wish that I could name my weapons, and I was too busy, talking about it. But my new rapier, look at that. The base damage is 574 compared to, 403 is the max damage there. Everything is lifted. Everything is lifted right now on this character. I do wish I could put together a cape. That would be awesome. Let me move this crap out of here. There is a bunch of crit stuff. Number 4, which gives you a bunch of buffs, is awesome. I prefer to spend my time attacking out of the shadow, out of underground. So I just wanted to do attack power. You can give a guaranteed crit, but you can only do it once, and then it has a cooldown where the rest of my skills, yeah. So let's do. Okay. Spirit Bank. Let's make some room, people. Oh yeah, shit, this sucks. So I can put that there. And there. Yes. 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 Yeah, it's a tough assumption. I'm the first one to say that it's a tough assumption to make. It's just in my past games, I've always felt like I wanted to try to make sure that I had consistent damage, because crit from cover sounds awesome, but, can I bet on that? I don't know. So let's go see what the lobby looks like. See all that combat on Sorrow? I'm gonna go. I don't know what the main combat stat is for Duelists, really. They haven't really covered that too much. We're mainly just kind of experimenting, to be honest. I hope. Well, you can see you from afar, depending because you throw up some stuff. But if you stay in, there we go. I am just more careful than most. So, Spirit Bank. Can't pull those in yet. So let's go find a place. I have no idea where everyone's at doing combat. I'm of a fan of not to go looking for combat directly, but I will jump in on other people's combat and cheap shot them. I feel like that's definitely kind of in character. Gotta remember to actually take apples in the moment since I don't have a lot. I don't have any food here. Good God, all this good stuff. I'm gonna have to. Like I said, I'll loot this camp and go find me a quiet place to bring in my stuff. I mean, I do make a lot of noise digging around. Now, which I find is truly fair. It's just hard for people to avoid the keep. So a lot of people are up there fighting the keep right now. So let me go bring in my stuff. But my trick is to... There's a cluster of 6 houses. And then, of course, there's the cluster up there. So let's take a look. Spirit Bank. Yes. 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 So the other thing this stuff gives me is a ridiculous amount of sprint modifier. I spent a lot of time to bring sprint efficiency in. I don't know how sprint efficiency is actually long-term going to help me. It just seems like if I'm a run away and fight another day style player, sprinting around is a good thing. And I want to be able to wait, that's elk. So I'm at high risk right here until my stuff comes out, right? So there's absolutely no reason for me to bring attention to myself. Yeah, it's interesting, Bloodbath. It's all about the leather combos, right? And so there's a certain side of combinations that give me sprint and weapon damage modifier. So I have no idea what damage modifier is, right? So if I go here, see I get sprint efficiency, damage modifier, I get attack power, I got crushing and piercing, which is good because my gun gives crushing and my rapier gives piercing. So when I built these, I was kind of playing with stats to try to give me the ability to, so like these, they just give me sprint, damage modifier, and attack power. So I have no idea what damage modifier is yet. It's something I need to learn because will I spend as much time trying to get damage modifier on there if the return on investment for materials is better to do. So my sprint here has been greatly increased, right? I have a pretty good sprint increase, but I can't really tell because I'm underground. So there's 30 plus people here. No idea where everyone's at. My left are going to be on the far side of town. I'm only going to take good stuff. You know what? I'm not even going to take green stuff anymore. I can't not take that because I need that for high-end leather testing for chests and stuff. So sprint is shift. So when you sprint and it burns your stamina. Now my 4 gives me a quick jump underground. God, I'm just nervous as can be here. 30 plus people. Look at all these camps, right? So every camp has 4 chests. There's 3 camps around a city of 5 or 8 houses, right? And so that's the camp I went through. That's the next camp over there. Where is everybody? Freaking me out a little bit. I'm just watching. I mean, it's so populous, I don't even want to mine things, right? Because when you mine things, you know, you're actually, you know, creating something that, oh God, so much good stuff, though. What's up with the East Coast server? Next I'll be finding purple ore. People. So I have a tendency to leave stuff when I'm in areas that have high concentrated, because I want people to think that no one's been here. So, right? So if you get a chest that has an apple and 3 pieces of crappy leather in it, you don't know if that's actually what was there or not. And so, let's head up to this next camp over here. Stop. Let me group and spirit bank. I don't care if somebody takes all these green items from me. Oh, well, Jesus, Jane, where's that frickin'... My God, that'd have been hilarious. Someone kills me and gets to loot a blue helmet. That'd have been just peachy. That'd have been, thank God I'm on the stream so I can start cussing out loud type of thing. P, spirit bank. But you can see how by rush using the spirit bank, it fills up so poorly, so quickly. And so there's that one, that one. So I came from that one. I want to go back over here. You have to go ultimate to go underground. No, you can use a 6 key also. So if I do a 1, see how I'm up on the top? The 6 key, well, it was working here. Going on with my 6. My 6 seems to be bugged, but I can go C to go ultimate down. But the 6 key is no, they will, Eaton. Yeah, that's an important thing is for them. They're working on a bunch of inventory things right now. But can we just all appreciate that I went through from nothing to a full AP attack blade with no take bugs? Right? How awesome was that? I mean, I don't know if, but again, I'm only right-clicking. Yeah, I think the 6 is bugged. It works for me on occasion. It doesn't work for me consistently, which is too bad because I don't want like to blow my C. My God, I'm getting so much good blue armor, leather here. I wonder if it's just the conflict with this many people on the server. I wonder if there's a different spawn rate. How about some purple ore, though? How about throwing me a bone here? Let's go look around and see if we can find somebody. God, look at the density here. I was wrong. So there's 3 camps, so that's 12 chests. There's the small city here on both sides, so there's another 6 chests. Plus there's a point of interest over here too. Jesus Christ. No wonder over on the east side, the East Coast server has all the great gear. I am having some problems with my camera. the snap back on it. I'm just gonna. I mean, I'm not in a hurry to get resources. I mean, I have tons of resources, so it doesn't bother me right now only to take blues or purples. I'm just waiting for the cavalry to come stomping through here, right? There's 30 plus people. See, it does bother me that the current chat is down because I'd be able to find out who's here and maybe go pair up some people. Has anyone on the stream actually looked at the mother load mechanic? Mother load mechanic. Have you guys played with that at all? I have. It's how we get gems or minerals. Let's grab some apples. Yes. Let's move that in. In the keep, huh? Should we go up there to the keep? What the hell? They set up small PvP battles, 5v5. Goes against my nature to be inclusive, Blood Wrath, but let's go peek on them. I've been working on my ability, my stealth ability to come in. People would quit having good chests here. I should just... Let's pop up to the keep and see what we can see. Where's the keep? Practice structure. Where the hell keeps up there? So, sorry, as I head to the keep, if anyone who's not familiar with the mother load mechanic, I'll stop here. Since everyone's up here, we can screw with the mother load mechanic. So, I'm sure everyone already knows this, so I apologize if I'm talking about shit you guys already know. So the difference being is individual nodes. See here? Hold F to harvest the copper. Boom. You see how it shows 2 people? The 2 people here? That's considered a mother load style format. So if I hit this thing, or this one, it's actually going to repair faster than I can do damage to it as an individual. So more than one person has to hammer the rock. What you get out of these is the same thing that's in copper, except these things also have gem chips, which long term, even though the mechanics are not in yet, if we take a look at crafting, it's not, you know what I mean? It's not in game yet, but jewelry is a big thing. So jewelry will be a thing. So while we're here, let's get truly underground. I wasted my thing. So yeah, so mother loads on, you can only have mother loads right now on stone or ore. Stone will give you minerals besides the stone that you get from an individual node. Ore will give you ore and gems, which you will need for the process. People around here, huh? Not excited about that at all. No, sir. Call me suspicious. what names are here. So there's a ranger in there. We saw some druids out here. I don't see anyone up in the keep. I don't see any 5x5s going on. I wonder if this is the small keep and that they're up at a different keep. You guys see where those people went? Ah, there's one. It's a druid. 2 druids together, which would be nightmare-ish. It's an awful lot of healing. Huh. Yeah, Motherlode really interests me, and I'll tell you why. For me, I'm going to have to log back in again. I caught a bug. Let me exit the lobby. There's a current fake pot, right? The double ore pot that you can use that gives you Motherlode bonuses, which means there must be something in game, whether it's a individual training. Let's say I train mining. Maybe in my skill tree there's a tree that allows me to more focus on trying to get things out of Motherlodes. Or will there be stats or something I can put on my pick or something? Well, they're regular gathering plus stuff you can't use, Bloodwrath. You can find gold. I've seen ruby chips and diamond chips in game. Oh look, the 6 worked. The 6 worked, by the way. Probably won't work again. I've seen people get Motherlode items, the gems, but jewel crafting is not in the game right now, so it doesn't do any good. And for all you know, you've got some chips because the jewelry, the gem chips look like ore right now. There's just a bug or there's not an icon for them. So they look like something you may already have, which is frustrating. I wish there was someone on here I trusted, but without chat, it's hard for me to jump in and say, you seem like a nice person, do you want to mine this? Ooh, let's just take the blue blue leather. That 4 is a nice jump. I can jump building to building. And again, I'm not taking everything, I'm just taking the stuff that I need right now. Oh. Somebody around here somewhere. Doing something. See, I'm screwed because I need apples. And as soon as I eat apples, the ghost step comes into play. Or something you can make from those things that only drop in Mother. No, you're absolutely right. Right? You can't make anything right now in game from the Motherlode specialty items that you find. There's nothing you can make from gems, and I have not seen any minerals drop, but then again, I have not seen anyone who wants to spend the time to actually Motherlode metals, right? I mean, not metals, stone. Because there's nothing I can make in... I mean, right now, the only thing I can make in stone are signals, special seals. And they're okay, but they don't really do much right now. They only give crafting bonuses. Really taking a risk here. So have you guys looked at any of the EK stuff or parcel stuff? I mean, I'm a crafter, so I care about the EK. A lot of people are not going to care about the EK at all. They're going to go campaign to campaign. And that's awesome. Those are the type of people I'm going to be selling shit to anyway. I mean, I've got to go to the campaigns because that's how I get the higher end materials. The challenge being though is I got to choose, you know, yeah. I mean, the EK will be nice because that's where I can set things up for thralls, and I've got a bunch of, I can kind of, between campaigns, I can actually have some fun stuff to do. I mean, I'm not going to be in Crowfall just killing stuff nonstop. The thought process for me is to jump into campaigns when my guild or friends of mine are going into the same campaign, and then if I want to come out of the campaign and screw around in my EK and build some stuff and do some stuff, I can. I don't really like you. I'm not really sure what it does to you. Make deals with your customers to bring you materials at a discount for crafting. I agree, but that's the problem. If I'm in game, East Eden, and we're in the same campaign, and you need an item right there, I can charge you more. If you take your material out of the campaign, you've exported it. Therefore, now that you're out there, any crafter would want Eaton's material, right? Any character would like going, God, Eaton's got a stack of purple iron. God, what would I give him for that? Well, on the other hand, if Eaton is in the Dregs campaign, and all you've got is a piece of crap sword, and I can make you a pretty good sword, I could charge you for something right then and there, and I'm not competing with as many people. The problem is let's say I charge you 4 pieces of purple iron for a blue sword. I have to get that purple iron, I have to get it to the embargo bank, and depending on if we win or lose, I either get all of it, or I get some of it, or heaven forbid, I don't get any of it. So there's going to be some inherent risks. I think it's going to be better to partner with people while you're in campaign. On the other hand, if you don't win, you're going to get a lot less out of things. He said, I don't know where all 30 people are. I mean, I've seen 2 druids and a ranger, neither of which I really want to tangle with. Let's go and craft. Yeah, let's go craft a leather item. I want to show you guys all the component pieces since we've got time. So I don't know if anyone in the game, anyone in the channel played Star Wars Galaxies. I'm old, as you can tell by the gray beard. I'm a gray beard. Wow, Myrmidon in a knight. I can kill the knight. The Myrmidon, he drops off his big stuff. I'm screwed. Yeah, I mean, in the high-end campaigns, until those campaigns level out, no one's going to be spending a lot of material or costs on things. I don't believe it for a minute. So let's pop in here and get some materials over here. What do we got a lot of? We got arc. Lots of arc. Elk. Let me just pull a bunch of blue here, and I'll get up my Google Doc. So you guys are familiar? Are you gonna do a tutorial on crafting for now? Yeah, I'm gonna go through start to finish on crafting a leather item. There are some guilds, there are some people, content creators that are starting to talk to each other about what do we need to do to create certain things. There are some challenges right now because we do worry not all the stats are in on everything. So let me get my seals up. There we go. What do I want to do? Beneficial largest. So let's build a set of mining gloves. So I'm going to build a set of gloves that I would use on my character. Of course, any character can mine. But let's say that mining was very important to me. And so how would I, be able to create a set of gloves that have both defensive armor rating, offensive stats, and some crafting beneficial to it. So let's pop in here real quick. And Spirit Bank, I'm going to make sure I need granite. So yeah, slate. Where's my granite? There's a stack of granite. I need some copper. I've got copper. Got plenty of boar. Let's bring in some more. I need to bring in some gold. Okay. Yeah, I mean, and again, ask me questions. I'm going to stop between each pieces and talk to you guys about it, to be honest. So let's build us, first things first, we're going to jump into here. Leatherworking, leather armor, gloves. So I don't know if anyone in the chat has dug this far into crafting yet. It is a bear. In a good way, okay? It's in a good way. So, if I wanted to create in fact, I got some garbage here. 1 second, let me get some garbage. Yeah, let me pull this one in. And do I have some garbage ore? Some garbage copper. Garbage, there we go, garbage iron. Okay. So, each of the, let's just talk leatherworking right now. So here's boots, chests. So these are the only 4 patterns we get for leather armor. There's no leather boots A, leather boots B. There is leather boots. That's it. But there are 5 different types of ore, and there are 5 different types of hide. So you can imagine what my combinations could be between ore and hide. Now these are the only 2 things that are required to create a set of gloves. So as soon as I come out of my Spirit Bank timers, we're going to create a piece of, just a generic crap piece of gloves. We're just going to kick out a set of gloves, and there will be white, blah, blah, blah. While we're waiting for that, you can see here I have hardened leather. These are optional pieces. So they use the term active agent or whatever, but I think if anything that's in a green box is optional. You don't have to use it, you can. So I have 3 hardened leathers and a reinforced padding. So each one of these hardened leathers has all of this that can happen, right? To create, I can use 3 hardened leathers. For each hardened leather, I can create a different combination of hide. I have optional leather, see these optional leather armor layers? That's right here. That's using a mixture of ore and hides. And then back to the actual gloves, the other thing is reinforced padding, which is a group of hides, ore, and a specialty seal. So you can imagine, even without my individual skill training, let's move my character to the side. You can probably have, I don't know, someone did the math on it. There's probably 8,000 or 9,000 probably different outcomes that you can have for crafting something. Yeah, so when if you look at my character right now, oh shoot, he's on a different server, of course. That's I forgot to move my stuff over into Spirit Bank. So, but yeah, we'll craft something right now. So first things first, let's show you the leather gloves with no add-ons. Boom. It's a failure, of course. Jesus Christ. Let me go create my pots. I'm fortunate you guys are here, so I wouldn't throw too big of a freaking fit. Isn't it right, Bloodbath? I just tried to create the biggest piece of crap gloves in the universe, and it's going to fail on that. I just created a completely blue, awesome AP set. No, that's fine. No problem. Yeah, they currently don't have any of the... They currently don't have a lot of the things set up right now to allow you to mitigate your risk. Oh, it hurts. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's get all these failures out of the way early. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let's create some hardened leather real quick. So hardened leather, I can use specialty seals and optional leather ire. So clear up here in rune making. Back to, again, the gloves we want to be are mining gloves. So if I want to create a specialty seal, now I did all the research on these. I haven't shared that chart out yet. But if you mix granite with tin, you get a prospecting seal. I won't tell you how much stone and how much ore I use to figure out all the seals. It's a significant amount. Now I have 3, count them 3, what the hell? Board. Yes. Oh, I used the wrong, never mind. Hey, you just saw the necromancy seal. Sorry, I need granite in tin. I used marble in tin, and that was the necromancy seal. Which again, necromancy is no different than any other of the skills that you want to create. Okay, so next. Okay, so now I have 3 prospecting seals. So let's go back down here to leatherworking components. Remember, I need to make 3 hard leathers. I can create a specialty seal. I need some hide, and I have optional layers. So if I go into the now this is where it gets kind of goofy, I'll be honest with you. They don't have the stats in for all of the optional layer pieces yet. So I am just going to throw a few things generically together. It doesn't really help us right now that they don't have, you know, there's not a lot of benefit in it right now. You'll see what I mean here in a sec. So here's some hide, and if I go, go hide, and let's go, 10, 10. So this would give me a leather layer organic. So there's no stats there for it though. Well, that's a good question. So there's no benefit in creating leather armor layers right now. It doesn't help the end result, because even though I can tell you that the leather layer organic allows me to mitigate organic damage. Oh, don't worry about getting lost. I'm not explaining very good. Let me just next here. So right now, what's not in the game is the stat bonuses that you get by creating leather layers. Okay, so when I go to hardened leather, see, I get optional leather layers. So when you were talking about, have I created a piece with all of the green things filled in? I have, but we haven't really seen what do those really do for us. So the optional leather layers here can be filled with things like organic or poison or fire, and that will give me defensive bonuses. Yeah, all the green things don't have any mana. Some of them do, some of them don't. So the seal, which goes into the specialty seal, it has nothing yet, but it does impact the end result. You know, it's just, but I wanted to kind of show you. So if I went that, and I went that, right, and I go bore, where's some sinew? There it is, sinew. So now I have a piece of hardened leather that's going to give me a benefit for when I'm hammering on stone. Right? So if I go next, I mean, I won't do all of them, but I just want to show you the impact. So now when I do when I create my boots or gloves here, right? I can do bear. Here's one of those three, right? So one of these green things is going to bring in harvest power stone. So hypothetically, I could fill these all with things that bring in, oh yeah, here, let me show you, sorry. Let me do one more of them, just to show you what I'm talking about. And here I'm trying to explain it when I have the ability to just create them. So, boom, boom, boom. Oh, sinew. Sorry, I need to create some string. Ah! Oh, for Christ's sake, I'm glad you sent something. I better go look. Oh, I'm hungry too. Jesus Christ. Okay, back to crafting. So I had to create some string, which is lacing sinew here. So hardened leather, I'm going to go boom, boom, boom. Okay, and some sinew. So combat resource regen. So just like in the weapons, when I was making little components and putting together the rapier, all those green optional pieces, when they're working, when they're finally finished, when I come here and create a set of gloves, I'll be able to bring in things like extra stamina regen, extra attack power, extra whatever, right? So these green things allow me to add even more smaller flavor pieces than just this. So when I click just the hide and the ore, that's going to give me a basic set of sprint efficiency and mod right here. But then those optional pieces, Bloodbath, those optional pieces that are green, when they work, they will allow me to bring in small modifiers also. So by putting in green pieces, bits, and yeah, and so the nice thing is, now that they're there, I can try to adjust them with my experimentation. So here's my sheen. Sheen attacks all of the base stats of the items that I created. So now I have a great success, and now all of the base stats from the components are improved. Yeah, bloodbath, it really is. You're just cooking. You know, you're adding bits of seasoning. You know, the big meal is, of course, the hide and ore here. Those are the only two things that you're required. Absolutely not, Retsy. I have not had a take bug all night. I have not had a take bug at all. But you know what I've been doing, Retsy? When I get to the take page, I right-click on the item at the top instead of clicking take. And yeah, so we've created a rapier. We've created a blue set of leather gloves, all from the base items. Have had no take bugs yet so far in this stream. So back to seals real quick. Bloodbath, if you're looking at long-term trying to do some of the funky stuff, this is going to be really interesting. This is really the only thing in-game that stone is being used for. So when you come into the game, you can create your basic bow by using wood, or a basic pistol using stone and wood. That's it. On the other hand, right now, rune making is really the only thing where you're seeing granite is this, marble, you know what I mean? So again, the difference being is when I combine these two things together, here's a seal for necromancy. I can use that in one of the optional areas. Let's go down here to leather armor, boots. So here's reinforced padding and hardened leather. So when I look at reinforced padding, there's a specialty seal. No, Ritzy, you're absolutely right. Okay, because you guys are in the stream, that's as of what I've got right now. But shh, don't tell anybody. While everyone else is running around being killed by myrmidons and running down druids with their legionnaires, I sat and mined every type of stone. I mined every type of ore and sat for about 2 hours and combined marble, copper, marble iron, marble tin, marble gold, marble silver. Click, 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 click. Bah. And so then if you look at the required leather, because I'm leatherworking right now focusing, if you take the leatherworking seal, which you got from mixing travertine and copper, and you mix it with bore in your stitched leather, here is the concept. So if I mix, you can give it a try. I don't think I've restricted anybody. Do you have a bigger seals spreadsheet? I mean, that's just my seals. I don't know if I've set up anyone that can. Oh, sorry, it's excluding everybody from. Let me see. I don't know how to give you privileges here. Let me see here. Trying to figure out how to give you rights. Wait. Oh, damn it, you're timed out. 1 second. Thank you, Ritzy. Let's put it in here and see what we got. Oh, Calderas. Yeah, these guys are doing amazing stuff. That's some good stuff. I'm a huge fan. Wow, that's some good stuff. I mean, this is the type of stuff that I'm looking for. Yeah, I mean, but you guys, Caldera's got a huge guild, so they're able to pool a lot of resources pretty effectively. And that's, that's awesome. So let's pop back out. Oh, Bloodbath. You just need to go, well, time. You'll get it with time. But, I mean, if you amass enough resources and can find a quiet place to craft, you'll be able to fall into place pretty easy. I mean, it makes pretty good sense. How I accidentally banned Ritzy here. Wait. How do I unban? You must unban this user before granting mod status. I'm already banned. How do I unban you from the thing? Sorry, Ritzy. One sec. Oh, I gotta hide. 1 second. I need to find a place to hide. I'm in the wrong place. I don't want to get killed. Anyone know how to unban someone? I accidentally hit the wrong button here. Oh, unban. There we go. /unban RIETC1. Yay! Thank God Ritzy's back. You're no longer banned. Thank God. You were classing up the joint. Are you back? Hey, I said I'm derping through life. I have no mods or anything. I'm just kind of running through. I wanted to pop in and go through I wanted to go through my gear real quick because this is the stuff I've been crafting. So I want to go find a place to hide. Because there are some interesting stats. With the amount of people that are on the service fighting, the fact no one's going to be excited to come over here and actually mine anything. So, yeah, so we sat through today, earlier today, and built this one-handed rapier. And so we did nothing but push attack power. I have no idea. I can, except that once we're done doing this, I'm going to loop around and steal some more boxes. I really want to get some purple. I want to get enough purple to try to redo an attack power pistol. I just need enough purple iron, and I can only get like 3 iron at a time that's purple. There's just so many houses right here, and it doesn't look like anyone's actually doing much. So let me grab a print screen here. I need tons of purple iron. That's what I need. I'm never short of. I mean, I always need more. Leather. See, that's it. So when I'm the same way, Red. See, look. I mean, I've got purple, gold, silver. I got tons of tin. I just have not been able to accumulate much iron. What sucks, and I can't prove it, but it seems like the overall math on AP gold is really friendly. So, I mean, support power gold. So I see tons and tons of gold that comes in on purple. And then people are able to build amazing support weapons, support power weapons. So these Legionnaires, Bloodbath, I swear it's the easiest, I don't know. I feel like it's easy to get out of damn chests, and it's far more popular for me to get gold level purple than it is gold level iron. Sorry, I'm just looping around. There's those. I didn't get a chance to see Shad's weapon yesterday. Did he do a full purple? Because, I mean, he's got like 4 friends, and they're all able to dump gold on him that's of purple level. It wouldn't be too hard to get a purple weapon. I mean, it takes 4 bars of gold, 4 bars of iron, or 4 bars of something to create a rapier. So that is 36 pieces of ore, as long as you don't get a take bug. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Well, but let's look at that damage, right? You see his damage? His one-handed mace, actually less damage than my blue rapier. So that is what's going to be really interesting to me. He did get the take bug. Ouch. But isn't that interesting, though? I mean, that's a beautiful weapon. You know, but to be honest, my blue item actually has more damage than his does. Yeah, a take bug on a purple, that'll make you rethink about your religious choices. I agree. I mean, it's all about certain type of things. My blue rapier, but remember, that's only one-handed. Do you get? Is that book for both hands? Are you streaming from inside of a barrel? No, I'm streaming from inside the ground. It's the safest place for. Of course, now I got the bug. It's the safest place for a duelist to be. Is underground. It's very difficult to see him from a distance. The barrel actually looks like this. Yeah, so, but for the book, do you have two-handed weapons, or is a book a one-handed weapon? I have not played a Confessor. I probably need to, just to better understand how people beat the crap out of me. That's a one-handed weapon. Well, maybe. I mean, that's it. I just don't know right now how certain weapons work. I mean, when I click on my 4 button, when I click on my 4 and I drop my oh shit, that's bad. That's, you know, I feel like attack power is what I need. Of course, right now, even though I'm underground, I have a different combat bar, right? So I have this combat bar here is what if I was underground, and when I'm above ground, I have a completely different combat bar. If you've not played a duelist, if anyone in the chat has not played a duelist, I really encourage you to take a look at them. They're a lot of fun. They really are. Wait. Well, hello, gorgeous. See, there's my debuff. He just retaliated against me. Oh, I've got the bug. That sucks. There's a bug right now that yeah, for my duelist, no. Sorry, I've got to log out to the lobby and then I'll come back in again. I see absolutely no benefit to mail or plate for a duelist for a couple reasons. The sprint modifier comes for is beautiful, right? If you're gonna hit and run away, sprint modifier. Remember, all of our characters move at the same base speed. It's nice to be able to create some distance. So if I'm wearing leather and you're wearing metal, it may be harder for me to kill you, but I should be able to run away from you if I wish. I don't understand what damage modifier is yet. I haven't really figured that out yet. Let me loop this guy finally. What do you mean, no they don't? Well, no, if I'm in a duelist and you're a duelist, we have the same movement. No, I get that, Ritzy, but I'm just saying, if you're a duelist and I'm a duelist, and you're a duelist in plate and I'm a duelist in leather, I would have a sprint modifier, you would have a different modifier of, for plate, and then that would allow me to get away from you at a different speed. You know what I mean? But you're right. I mean, the Centaur moves at an amazing speed compared to me, but my ability to sprint may allow me to eventually, hopefully, get rid of some of those people. Armor for the Druid is going to be all support power leather. So back to the either the Caldera crafting one or the one I showed. When I look at support power, it's all elk for me. Yeah, so when you do sorry. Yeah. So when I go into the character here, so if I go down here to this is the paper doll. People call it the paper doll. Where is it here? Rune making. There's an actual sprint. Damage, armor, support power. Amongst all of this, there's an actual sprint. There's an actual sprint command, and there's various stats that you build. So, but I'm a huge fan of running. Support power, I believe that's the healing or off power. I don't really know it very well, but I know that certain characters who heal want support power, not attack power. So if your druid has tons of AP, that's awesome for her to throw a punch, but you're going to want to have your heals be more important because you're not going to be the ones knocking people down, really. I mean, you're going to be the ones keeping people up. And hey, Ritzy, do some of the druids' attacks actually have something to do with the opposite of their heals? So in some cases, do their support power stats actually reinforce their damage stats? I don't play it. I mean, I don't play a druid. First of all, a druid doesn't go underground. So right there, they're at a huge disadvantage. I wasn't sure if the druids had those balls that they threw out for healing, and if no one uses them, they can explode them, maybe for damage. So in that case, the ball, when you throw it out there, the property of the healing ball comes from support power. I don't know if detonating your healing ball to do damage, if they still do that. But it would make sense that these white mats. Yeah, so just like I generate pips, which are the far right hand side of the screen, you're generating your own combat power. Death skills. It sounds sexy. It really does. So there's the keep up there on the side. Let me pop this direction, and then we're going to go find some stuff. Don't know if anyone's actually... If I go far enough away from the keep, I should be fine. Maybe there's some people on the stream that haven't seen any real gathering. I'm not gathering. Let me be honest with everyone. I'm not gathering jack squat. I'm just taking stuff out of chests. So, but you got to say that his fluffy little butt with the tail, it's just dead sexy, right? You can be honest. You know it is. But see, my sprint is, I have a huge... See, all the healing orbs become bombs. So Bloodbath, I would think that your support power then helps create those bombs to be more effective. So throwing everything into support power gives you amazing heals, and when you're ready to detonate... That I don't know, Ritzy. I really don't know, but it seems like support power is really the only way to go. So let's go over here real quick, and I'm gonna do a little bit of gathering on the stream before I call it a break, and I'll grab something to drink. So I'm near the edge of the map, so hopefully no one will come over here and kill me real quick. Let me move some good stuff away to the spirit bank, so people don't come over here and just take my stuff. Yeah, I mean, you can go attack power in your druid, and can I be honest with you? Who the heck is going to bitch it because they've got someone who's throwing okay heals and can actually hit people? If anyone's bitching at you, then you need to find different people to run with, because, that just makes you awesome. So, real quick, let's do some quick fake alchemy. Anyone who's new onto the stream. They threw in some fake harvesting potions for us to help us get more resources. If they don't fail all the time. There we go. So I just wanted to throw this buff on me. I won't drink it first, but I want to show you something, because this is hopefully people in the stream actually are the gatherers and the things. So when I walk up to a node, here is a node. Here is a node. That ugly tree, that's a node. Things that I can attack to give me stuff. So here's limestone, right? See how it says plentiful harvest and 1 diamond on the piece? That lets me know currently the level of output that I'm going to get from this node. So I have a potion that gives me more output. So when I come over here and go back to this node, see how it's set to 5? So I'm going to get a more output from the same node. I didn't play Shadowbane Numtakata. I didn't Numatakata. I didn't. I had friends that played. You know, back at that time, I think everyone had a couple of games they were playing, and I just never played. I followed the political obnoxiousness of that game with much interest. I'm interested in the survival MMO mechanics that they're showing here now. Will I be a Shadowbane style player? I will not be. I'll be a Star Wars Galaxy style player. But you know, you're going to need people like that in this game too. All guilds are going to need, looking at the complexity of this, all guilds are going to need players that are going to spend the time and effort to craft, to spend the time. So, as of right now, see this erythral dust? It doesn't do anything. You know, dust's going to have some sort of value in the end. So the difference being is, but here's what I tell you. So when I'm hammering on this stuff, right? When I'm hammering on this, what you don't know is about, let me see if I can tell you. So if we look in the horizon, you see that hillside straight in front of me now? Clear that ridge. If I'm hammering on this rock, if you're standing on that ridge, you may not be able to see me, but you'll see somebody impacting the land in this area. So when this thing is really full campaigning going on, lone crafters or lone gatherers that go out there are going to be easy targets for patrols. So unless it's off hours or something like that, it's going to have to be a thing to gather in groups, because me hammering on this stone is noticeable from a huge radius away. I'll sometimes go on mountain ridges and just spin around in a circle, seeing if I can tell who's doing what where. Now, I have really shitty, not shitty, I mean I have really generic rune tools right now. But, as you can see, that's limestone. Now, if you look at the Caldera Google doc or what I shared, also mine, when you look at seals, there is absolutely no there's no current seal that you get from cobblestone. Now, if you take limestone and mix it with a couple of other things, you can actually get some other generic. God dang it! How did that? I moved my chat thing. What's it doing? Isn't there a lock there? Oh, long-term million lock. Let's go over here real quick. So I want to do a little bit of harvesting generically on everything. So that's what it looks like to harvest a stone node. I said trees are nodes. So when you know, this is how you determine to get wood. Yes, speaking of seals, bloodbath, hit me. So just to let you know, as you're hammering on a tree, people in the general area can hear somebody chopping a tree, and from a distance can see something going on in this area. Actually, right now for rune making, all you get is experimentation benefits, bloodbath. So you don't get a benefit to success rune making that I see. What you get is a success chance when you spend experience points while in rune making. I think that's all going to change. I think that they will spend more time and effort to better define certain things. But as of right now, the benefit that you get... Oh, look at these people. We don't want to screw with them there. Uh-oh. Yeah, as of right now, some of them are different. You know, some of them... some give a... like jewel crafting. Jewel crafting seal actually increases your speed. Skinning. There's a beneficial harvest. So just like me taking this pot, where I say plentiful harvest, if you use the skinning seal on your items and actually, I think people are going to carry multiple gear. They're going to carry gloves or items that they wear for skinning, just to try to get as maximum amount of materials out of creatures as they can, and then they'll swap back over to some DPS gloves. So this is what it looks like to do ore. Now, as you can see, I'm using a pickaxe, not a hatchet, and not a hammer. So, you know, different items for different people. So real quick, you can see the difference in the loot pinata. If something's of green quality, it's got a nice little green halo around it. So real quick, let's do another pot here and do critical. Boom, boom. What the hell's that? Oh shit, I'm screwed. I am. Hello. Run away! He's still after me. Use things like trees. I'm a huge fan of using trees because he has this command that jumps at me. Yeah, he's kicking my ass right now. Yeah, there's 4 different potions you can use. So my mining and gathering, I'm sure, brought his attention to me. But as a duelist, if I keep my level head, if I keep a level head and I keep stamina redone, boom, I got away from a member death. Now, he may not be as familiar. I mean, everyone's still learning their characters. I've been running away from the best. Yeah, there's not a quality character. See, there he is, right down there. But see, if I'm careful, I can stay back on the ridge. He can't see my dirt mechanic. So it's always better to see where they're coming from so you can go laterally the wrong direction. See what I mean? Ta-da! And that is Survival as a Duelist 101. So let me go out to the edge of the map again and see if we can... I was going to show you the difference between the pots. Yeah, there's more than one type of potion that you can use. One potion gives volume. One potion gives critical choice, so you get a better chance of higher grade ore. So let's go here and which pots do I have done here? I've got a critical potion and let's go and it's funny, I haven't had a lot of take bugs with the potions. They just fail a lot when I make them. So let's go over here to the stone. Again, I'm on the edge of the map. Yeah, Yeah, with this bug though, even when I'm burrowed, if I'm moving in and out of screens, sometimes it'll throw me to the top. Now he can see me on occasion when I'm in this form, even though it says that I'm burrowed. So here we go. Let's watch this direction. So I'm not going to get beneficial harvest. I'm not going to get more volume, but let's see. See if we get any green or higher quality limestone. Thank God I've got an apple. So at least I'll regen. Running out of my hammer's running out of stuff. See how I got the beneficious buff? So I'm just luring people. See, okay, wait, there it is. I'm glad someone's doing it. So let's look out in the distance, people. Okay, see there past the copper, kind of straight ahead of me? There's somebody hammering or doing something. It was just kind of a black cloud. There it is, you see it? Somebody's chopping a tree from that distance. So I can't tell who's there. Yeah, Ritzy, it is, unless it's a confessor, and the confessor, I guess it depends. If right now my 6 key is broken at times, so sometimes I'll have to use a C to get into my burrow. If they knock me out of my burrow, I've got 34, some odd seconds, and a confessor can really wreck me up there, and I can't get enough distance between them on a normal sprint because they close so well. So, I mean, what happened with me with the Myrmidon has been happening for me for the last 2 weeks. I've only died once. Well, I'm also in really good gear, Bloodbath. I mean, if you think about it, if you look at my gear, my overall gear is really good. I don't care about the damage. I mean, I didn't do one bit of damage to him. But, I mean, my flat-out armor ratings, I get, see the 10 on the fire, the 10 on the ice, the 10 on the lightning, I get there, there's some base, I get a little bit of base modifications, and only weapons, no armor. And so when you look at the base stuff here, my armor class may be 0, but, I mean, I do have an increased speed modifier. I do have some mitigations on a few things. I don't know what the bleep on a thing is. Here's some stuff. So, I mean, yeah, it's odd. I need to better understand. Remember when we were talking about Bloodbath, how right now in crafting the leather armors, the leather armor layers aren't really doing much right now. They're not really giving us much love. Once we figure those out, and once they have, once we have the pieces to do that, I think we'll be able to layer saying, hey, damn those confessors, I want to throw some fire mitigation on this stuff because they seem to be kicking my ass. Or damn those frost weavers, I can throw ice. So, oh, staff. Oh, there you go. So the problem I have with staffs right now is you guys are kind of screwed because there is no purple wood in the game. In fact, there's not even really good chances for blue wood in the game. So you can get enough green wood if you're sitting there and harvesting enough and you're using enough buffs. On the other hand, those jackasses, duelists like me, or legionnaires like Shadits, jackasses like us, we're just looping all the boxes and we're getting purple ore and blue leather and stuff like that, and we're able to put together things that come out as a blue item or a purple item. Now, that is not to say that a white item or a green item is not going to have more DPS than a blue or a purple. Blitzdev was very clear on the forums that an amazing success at a level of an item here can have it outperform a higher level item of materials with an average success. So what does that mean? That means if I'm creating a green staff and I somehow, in my experimentation process, I get amazing results on my experimentation, your output of stats and DPS can be higher than the same staff built with blue components and you having meh responses to your experimentations. So that's why it's huge, one, to make sure you always have your crafting pots in place. And two, how people who spec themselves in the crafter skills, who really spend their time in crafting, in woodworking, let's say, and say, I'm going to make sure that when I craft woodworking expiration points, you're gonna have a better chance. Purple wood does not exist, except by some sort of random luck of fate. You cannot find purple wood in the chests. I can find purple ore in the chests. You cannot find blue wood in the chests. I can find blue leather in the chests. So for you to go out and make a... One second, I have that. I have all those stats, to be honest. Let's say you want to do a support power or some sort of attack power. You want to do an attack power staff where you're going to need to get tons of spruce. Tons and tons of spruce. The problem with that is that as you're mining spruce, see, I've got a bug again. Alt here. Oh, there we go. P. Need to get some apples. So you're going to have to mine tons of spruce, and you're going to hope you're going to get white or green. Yeah, you're going to have to you're going to gather in a tree and get very, very lucky. You will get fortunate if you get green wood. Now, I get green, I've got green wood. I mean, I find bits and pieces of higher end stuff all the time. The trouble is it's the volume. Hey, take a look at this, Beetle. I made this one-handed rapier. Also from scratch, a full set of gloves. Not a single take bug. No take bug at all. So I'm just taking my gear off of this character. And I'm going to put it in a spirit bank. I'm doing the right click. I'll be honest with you. I'm doing the right click, but you're still doing okay with your. Hey, I don't know what it is. I think certain characters get into a cycle. I failed on 5 pots in a row today. Just crafting pots, 5 failures in a row. But I went from complete nothing to a complete set of blue gloves with all of the bells and whistles. And I went from nothing to a pretty nice yeah, I'm ready. I'm burning sage. I'm having lime sodas, so I can only drink lime sodas now while I'm crafting. I'm at that level of harebrained schemeness myself. Let's see if we can. Okay. Yeah, let's get buried here first. God, I got said, some person's just gonna walk up and kill me, and I'm gonna like be like a true pinata, and so much crap. Yeah, one for my nice beetle. One for my homie. I actually I am sure Blixdev and J Todd and everybody are busting ass and hoping for an opportunity to roll out the new inventory anyway, because they want the automatic stacking, they want all of that. I mean, why wouldn't they? Let's take a look. Where are we at? Oh yeah. I'm hiding from one of my favorite camps. So has any of you guys done any mail armor yet? Can I tell you how painful that looks? I want to store up enough armor to actually give it a shot. What does it look like? I've been looking at the math on it. I don't know if anyone here has done the math on creating mail. It's hardcore. I mean, if you're gonna go, if I'm gonna create armor and create a set of mail boots, 25 iron plus 5 tin. And here's the challenge: that iron has to be of the same quality. Nice. Yeah, it's always nice to take it. So you have to get 25 of green or 25 blue or 25 purple, thank God, of iron. And it's harder than you think. I mean, it's not as easy to accumulate. I mean, my spirit bank is damn full. I've got plenty of green to make it. What time is it? I'll go to 8. Then I need 10. So what I figured I'd do is use base green iron, but then use I'll try to cheat and use some blues and purples to spin up the 45 for the chest. Jesus Christ. Come on down. Yes. Kind of a... There we go. Because just like for everyone in the stream, for those that are playing around, it's a place to hide where not as easily visible. Yeah, so my little dirt clods aren't as visible. Can I talk to you a little bit of how you get away with a duelist? Absolutely. I will be just kind of doing some crafting. The biggest thing with a duelist is keep your stamina available at all time, and hopefully your C is up. When they hit you, they will raise you above ground. So if you're already above ground and somebody attacks you, best thing to do is hit the C key, drop the barrel, it blows up, it gives you a stun, you're invulnerable for a second. You hit the 4 key in a direction toward some sort of line of sight issues, trees, rocks, because now when you drop the C key, you blow up the barrel, you're underground again, your 4 key jumps you a good distance. From there, hold down your shift key to sprint while you're underground, and then keep moving with trees and rocks between you, because the people who are challenge you usually have some sort of sprint or jump, but they can't go through things. You, on the other hand, seems like you can practically go through things. And then what you do is keep using your 4 key as it comes up. It's about every 7-8 seconds. Look ahead of you and look for the next line of sight issue that they're going to have. Change your direction, jump toward it with the 4 key, just keep moving around. Because as you get between rocks and trees, if they take a wrong path or a wrong turn, boom. Yeah, you got to hold the shift down. It works down even underneath. Look at here, treated steel, reinforced padding, metal rings, metal rings, metal rings. So, remember how we were talking about for leather? Just like in the leather, look at all of these ways for you to create optional pieces. Now again, optional armor layer right here is crap right now. But if you look at this, in a metal boots, you got 1, 2 metal rings, 2 reinforced paddings. For metal rings, I can bring in 3 optional layers. I could go amazing amount of fire resistance, or amazing amount of poison resistance, or whatever. So there are some interesting things that need to happen. The problem I have with metal rings is you got to have your coal, which means you've got to save up the right type of materials. So, sorry, I'm getting the... My cats are about ready to storm the thing. I need to go feed them. Go stack that up. Slashing plus slashing plus slashing. Yeah, I mean, well, but that only helps. Slashing, again, that helps on certain things, but you're bringing in optional armor layers. Your optional armor layers have very limited stats that you can bring in right now. In fact, if I look at the, 1 second. Sorry, looking at a Google Doc here. So if I'm looking at reinforced padding, if I go elk hide, rock hide, and then attack power with some copper, then you can actually go through and actually use specifically reinforced paddings to give you certain things. But I mean, it is going to be a mathematical bear for you to figure out all your combos. And that's not even, and that's the reinforced stuff. That's not even counting the stuff that you use to try to minimize damage from other people. But, well, hey, I'm gonna have to cut it short. Thank you guys for everyone who's jumped in. I'm gonna try to sneak on tomorrow morning, steal a bunch of resources, and maybe I'll kick out another. Maybe I'll go in and craft. Maybe something up from scratch. Boy, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to try some mail just because it's so painful. Anyone who's on, please, yeah, thanks. Have a great day, you guys too. Please, I'm available on Twitter, just Anhrez. Send me a ping or something like that if you want more information. Hopefully you grab the Google Docs that were in chat. There's some amazing information. Easy to say 100 hours worth of combined efforts to get all that information. And again, the math will change, but I don't think the combinations will. So hopefully we'll see you guys again here soon, and hopefully we'll see you in Crowfall. Just try to not kill Anhrez the duelist. I mean, yeah, just don't kill him. See you around, everyone.